Okay, now I'm going to show you how to reduce a craving. This could be a sugar craving, a carb craving, anything craving, whatever your guilty pleasure is. Now I want you to think about what it is. What is your guilty pleasure? Is it cake, chocolate, Coca-Cola, whatever it is? Pick maybe the first one, the main one, whatever it is. And just make a mental note of that. And I want you to think about that. And you'll probably notice that as you begin to think about whatever that thing is, the craving's probably increasing. And that's because you're thinking about it, you're getting the mind on it. And what happens when you do that, the image just grows and grows. Now, what I want you to do is I want you to imagine that there's a scale. And whether you can see this clearly or not, it's irrelevant. But imagine there's a scale going from 1 to 10. And we'll call this the craving scale for whatever the guilty pleasure is that you're thinking about. And on a scale of 1 to 10, I want you to give it a rating. A 1 would be, no, it doesn't bother you whatsoever. And a 10, you've probably stopped the video and you're going to have it now. And so I want you just to notice whereabouts on that scale you are at the moment. And just make it like a mental image of that. And now what I'd like you to do is just close your eyes and just imagine in your mind a dial. And it doesn't matter if you can see it clearly or not, because you can get a sense of what it would be like to hold that dial in your fingers. And just think about what number that craving was on. And in a moment, we'll turn it down. But before we do, I want you to turn it up a little bit and notice what happens when I ask you not to have that thing, when I tell you no, you're not allowed to have whatever that thing is. Just notice what happens in your thoughts, in your feelings, in your body, in your emotions. Just notice all that. Now turn it back down to where it was. And edge it down even further. You don't have to turn it down to 0 right now. You don't have to turn it right down, but turn it down. And just notice what happens now when I say you're not allowed to have that thing. How do you feel? How do you think? What do you notice? And when you're ready, go ahead and open your eyes. Good. How was that? What did you notice? What are the things that you didn't notice about that beyond the things that you noticed? Because often it's the things that the subconscious mind picks up on that the conscious mind didn't, that you will notice more things about all the things that could happen but haven't yet. And so next up, I'm going to show you how to end the battle in the mind. So stay with us, I'll be with you soon.